Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, definitely please like and subscribe. We'll greatly appreciate it. Breaking news, we just got word that Mitch McConnell, he's on board with the impeachment of Donald Trump. Um, that is a big deal because nothing was going to get done in the Senate unless Mitch McConnell signed off on it. And if Mitch McConnell gives the blessing to impeach Donald Trump, that's not good for Donald Trump. That basically means he'll be removed out of office and he can't run ever again. So that's likely going to piss off at least the 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump. So there's probably going to be massive ramifications from it, um, especially for the senators that vote for it or against the impeachment. There's going to be ramifications regardless. So this is a lose-lose situation for the Republican Party. Um, so yeah, pretty shocked by that, but we'll see. We'll see if the Senate, there's at least 16 Republicans that are willing to cross over with the impeachment. It's pretty much safe to say that all the Democrats are on board as far as impeaching Donald Trump. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But yeah, that's the breaking news right after market close. But let me get back to the markets itself. So today the markets were pretty much flat as far as the S&P 500 goes. The Dow was down close to 120 points, came back up, closed positive for the day, up 60 points. The NASDAQ was down most of the day, then closed up slightly. And then the Russell was higher pretty much most of the day. It opened high and stayed high. So a lot of people piling into the small caps. If you look at the chart of the Russell, it's pretty much gone vertical. I'm not sure how much longer that rally can last until there's some type of correction. But yeah, I mean, people are bullish on small caps in the reopen trade. So we'll see how long that lasts and how long it can continue. So earlier today, we got some word from the Fed. We had Fed Rosengren basically come out and reiterate the same thing he said, or basically what all the other Fed chiefs, not chief, but spokesmen have said. Basically, they're going to continue their asset purchases for a while. What a while means is, I don't know, at least 6 months to a year, likely. Now, the part you need to worry about is whenever they stop or reduce those asset purchases, the market can correct massively. So just look out for that and definitely be cautious of when the Fed is going to pull that liquidity away from the markets. Definitely be on the lookout for that. We had Fed Bostic come out and talk about it's not so crazy to basically do universal basic income. Whether you support it or don't support UBI, in my opinion, UBI, we already have some small variation of it here anyway. So it's probably just going to be kicked up a notch. So yeah, I have a feeling UBI is going to probably be here to stay, at least until the economy gets back up and running, because you have millions of people still out of work. So you got to supplement that income somehow. So yeah, that's basically the Fed. They're on board with UBI. That's going to definitely put massive downward pressure on the dollar. The moment statements like that came out, I saw the dollar just drop. The Dixie index was just dropped. So, if UBI becomes mainstream, then, if you own gold, silver, real estate, stocks, well, that's good. Pretty much just own anything other than dollars at that point. And then today we saw the 10-year yield. 10-year yield still rising. It's been going up pretty much nonstop for the past few months. It's all fun and games until that 10-year yield hits a certain number. I don't know, 1.5, 2%, and then just starts breaking everything. So, one of the reasons why, people are piling into stocks like, you can't get any yield with the treasuries, because treasuries were at 0.6. So there's no point in buying a 10-year treasury and basically getting negative yield. So people were just buying stocks instead. But now the yields keep going up and up and up. You know, eventually, people might rotate out of stocks and rotate into bonds a little bit, at least for like the pension funds. I mean, the average person, not sure why you'd be holding a treasury bond, um, especially with them yielding at like 1%. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll keep you posted on the 10-year yield. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, the higher it keeps going, it's probably going to be bad news for the market, you know. And now, yeah, I got a question. I got a question today. Somebody asked me, "Hey, is Bitcoin in a bubble?" And long story short, I don't think Bitcoin's in a bubble. Now, people can look at the price action of Bitcoin and say, "Oh my gosh, it doubled or whatever." But just because something doubles doesn't mean it's in a bubble. Because if that's the case, I mean, almost every stock in the S&P or the Nasdaq's in a bubble. Like housing prices are in a bubble. Everything's in a bubble. I mean, everybody has their definition of what a bubble is. I mean, but if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin and some of these other coins, some of these projects are so small, like they're not in a bubble. You'll know something when you're in a bubble, when your kid or your neighbor is like, "Hey, yo, buy some Ethereum." That's when you'll probably know you're kind of in a bubble. But most people don't even know what half of these cryptocurrencies are. I mean, the big staple everybody knows is Bitcoin, but most people don't even really know what Bitcoin is. So I don't think Bitcoin's in a bubble, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. Is Bitcoin in a bubble? Comment down below. Let me know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today as far as the most pressing news. Please again like and subscribe, and thanks again.